I want to invite us into a time of prayer and meditation, followed by some silence, and then Reiko will carry us out with music. Take a deep breath and settle your body in the pew or the sofa or wherever this moment finds you. As we gather in the quiet of this hour, poised on the edge of one week, tumbling into the other, carried by so much that we are a part of that matters. We pause, we breathe, we pray. And we pray though we call out to different names for God or different notions of what upholds us and the world. That we are people who call out to vastly different powers in our dark nights of the soul and offer our songs of morning gratitude and hold out our tenderest yearnings like newly hatched birds to vastly different notions of the holy. We gather different and the same, alone and together. In this hour, at the edge of this week, carried by so much we are a part of that matters. And in this sacred stillness, we create a container for our hopes and hurts and our fears and our joys, created among us, holding all the prayers that we have in our hearts, all the aspirations. We hold dear all the anxious waiting. And this week, we pray that wisdom prevails, particularly in the week ahead, in the weeks ahead. We pray that wisdom prevails all around in the ways we carry out, each of us, the sacred act of translating values into ballots. We hope that the best of who we are together in this not always perfectly united state be evident, both in who and what we make manifest, not just in those carefully drawn black circles, but in how we treat one another during and after this process of steering a mighty ship of state. A union whose ideals are not just about who we are, but how we are together, just as in this community. That we remember across this nation that so much more is made of lasting beauty and goodness over time if we lean into the work of shaping this nation through the long work of compromise and persuasion and organizing and connecting across difference. Everything that respects our inheritance as a nation. All of it bigger than any one election or party or candidate or partisan invitation to divide against ourselves. May the best of us prevail. For this and for so much else this week, we pray. And I invite us now into a silence that makes room for all things. For each of us to be in the silence and with it as our heart and body and spirit invite us to be. And in a world with too few places to acknowledge grief, I invite those, if they wish to, who have lost someone they love within the last year to stand or raise a hand or even cross your arms across your chest during this time of silence in witness to that loss. For what otherwise can go unseen and unnamed, though it's so powerfully important a part of us. And so I invite us into silence.